Okay, guys. We're in round 4 of this Magic the Gathering card tournament. Featured this round, we have Adam Snook, TJ's stream team member, and my good friend. He's playing Sultai Delirium. It's a pretty... Or I'm sorry, not Sultai. Sultai Death Shadow. Interesting variant on the Death Shadow archetype. His opponent, Deven Dupuis, is playing Merfolk. Kind of a crazy deck under the radar. I think there are like 2 Merfolk players in this entire tournament, if that. So this is an unusual matchup. Featuring 2 a little bit off the radar decks. Looks like Dean won the roll. And starts with Cosi's Trickster. Now, Cosi's Trickster is a janky Magic card. I'm gonna look it up, but I do believe it gets +1/++ to counter whenever they search their library. So it's 1 mana for 1/1, right? But it grows a little bigger versus almost every deck in Modern. 1 mana looks like another Cosi's Trickster. In response, Snook fetches. A little heads up play there by Dean. Usually you play your creature after you attack, but playing the Trickster before combat means that Snook has to use his blue delta, which means the Trickster gets a counter and he gets in for 1 extra. So pretty cool interaction right there. Dean, though, only 1 land. That's unfortunate. Now, I don't know much about Dean. I think he is from Western Mass. He's from the Amherst area, as you can see by his shirt. But I haven't seen him at my local stores, so I'm going to have to do some investigating after this. Find out where he plays at. 3-0, though, with an off-the-wall deck. That's pretty cool in and of itself. Carries himself competently and keeps 1-landers like a boss. Spreading Seas. Draws him another card, and Cosi's Trickster offers the trade with the Grim Flare. Snook is at 17 currently. Dean at 8. Adam takes the trade. He knows that if he can get his mana online, if he can get his bombs out, he has the tools to beat it. He just wants to get there. Now, I worked with Adam on this deck the week leading up to it. It's pretty cool. It's a Traverse the Ulvenwald deck, which kind of fell out of favor. But it's back. Instead of with red for Temur Battle Rage, which was needed back when Modern was a little more combo-oriented and racing-oriented, and they didn't know what the Death Shadow deck was going to do, has gotten a little more mid-rangey with Jace Vryn's Prodigy, as you see here, and more game-changing one-ofs to search for. Like, Snook can search for a Tassiger in the main deck, a Scavenging Ooze, a Snapcaster in the main deck, a Big Game Hunter in the main deck. Big Game Hunter was a little piece of tech for the main deck that we came up with this week. I tried to get him to play an Emrakul the Promised End, but he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. He chickened out. This man did not play an Emrakul. Let it be known, he chickened out. Lord of Atlantis comes down for Snook. Cosi's Trickster comes in for 2. By the way, Lord of Atlantis gives Island Walk. So Adam is on a bona fide clock. No black sources has Snook. Not in play, anyway. So he has basic in his hand. But he is facing down a lot of damage next turn. The Mutavault and the Cosi's Trickster add up to a third of his life total. So he has to watch out. Now, for removal, Snook has Abrupt Decays, he has Maelstrom Pulse, Fatal Push, Murderous Cut. He has ample removal. But right now, his hand's a little clunky. He has like a Tassiger that's not going to be very good this game. Not sure what else, but Thought Seize, not really what he wants to be doing right now. So it looks like Snook just settles on Grim Flayer past the turn, representing perhaps turning the Flayer on. If he could do something like activate Jace, discard something, play an instant, it would be activated, turning into a 4/4. Silvergilt Adept and Mutavault join the battlefield for Dean, and he crashes in for 5, bringing Adam to 10. Snook on a 1-turn clock. Jace Vrins activates EOT, discards another Jace. 2 card types in the graveyard right now. This is a tough matchup for Snook. He has lots of spot removal, but he didn't draw it here. He could not keep the Merfolk threat under control. Now, if he does manage to remove Lord of Atlantis mid-combat, Grim Flayer could jump in front of a creature. Jace could jump in front of a creature and then transform at instant speed. So Snook really needs to find a Fatal Push. I know, pretty ugly that Adam right now has to go fetch an Overgrown too. He would have loved to get a basic. He'll loot main phase. Starting a land. That is not the Abrupt Decay he needed. Abrupt Decay would have been amazing there. Or Fatal Push, also good. Just really unfortunate. No removal spells this game. Jace Vrins will shrink the Silvergill. Let's see what he does with the rest of his mana. I think any way you slice it, he's going to have to bluff a removal spell here. Although, he may be able to survive at 1 life. So Snook says go. At 8 life, he has to figure out how to survive this attack phase. Maybe predicated on Dean not activating his Mutavaults. But he doesn't fall for it. Snook scoops it up. Were I him, I'd be pretty mad right about now. I'd be like, what the heck, man? I main decked Thor Fatal Push, a Maelstrom Pulse, a Murderous Cut, Abrupt Decays, have Traverses to find Snapcaster, to flash back these removal spells. Play Card Selection, like Mishra's Bauble, or rather, card draw anyway. Jace Vryn's activated, would have flashed back an Abrupt Decay, and he still didn't find it. So pretty annoying. Pretty annoying that he didn't get that. But that's Magic. Sometimes these things happen. Dean had a very average draw. I mean, heck, remember he kept a 1-lander. But won pretty easily. There was really never any doubt. See here, this is a shot of the room. We're in round 4 right now. A nice 72 players came out to play today. Pretty cool stuff. Tying the largest tournament we've had. Amazing, when we started this tournament series, the first one got something like 42 players. Didn't even make enough to cover tournament costs and payout. Lost money on that tournament. But we kept going because we knew that this series could be big. And now look, we're increasing the prize pool. Prize pool for this tournament, more than $1,600 paid out to top 16, not even just top 8 right now. So it's growing. We're growing. You guys help us grow. Everyone in this room helps us grow. Come back month after month, try and qualify for the Titanium Finals, which is the big money tournament at the beginning of next year. Now, Snook came close. Snook came real close. Last month, he came in second at the challenge. The May challenge, he was in second place, really close. Ended up falling to Taylor Pratt. Taylor Pratt's elf deck prevailed. Taylor Pratt came in second in the April challenge. First at the May challenge. He took this month off because he can. Because he's already qualified. Now our next Titanium challenge, or rather Titanium Plus weekend, is June 29th and 30th. July. It's July 29th and 30th. The end of next month. And that's going to be pretty cool. Not only are we going to have the big tournament, which at 400 players doubles the prize pool from $5,000 to $10,000, which we might get. There's more to do on that weekend than just play the main event. There's, of course, pick up booster drafts and standard and commander, stuff like that. Always pick up events. But the cool thing is on Saturday, there's going to be a PPTQ, Modern, for those players that don't do well in the main event. And on Sunday, instead of doing the Modern Second Chance event, which was a cash-only tournament, we're going to have 2 PPTQs. Both Modern. One that starts at 9 a.m., one that starts at noon. People love PPTQs, and this will still have a $1,000 prize pool. So not only you get to play the cash tournament, you get to play a cash tournament that qualifies you for an RPTQ. So cool. So that's at the next Titanium Plus weekend. Back to this game, though. Snook bobbles himself, plays a fetch land. Now he knows whether to use the fetch or not. He will. Excuse me. Haven't had a coffee in 20 minutes. I'm yawning. Looking at sideboards, this Merfolk deck of Dean's. Oh my god, have I been calling him Dean this whole time? His name is Deven. Wow. I'm sorry, Deven. Holy moly. DCI has you listed as Dean. Wow. You have to rectify that. But anyways, he doesn't have much in the board. Maybe Thalia. Threads of Disloyalty, pretty good. Kira, pretty good. Snook, on the other hand, Adam, on the other hand, has Courser Crucifix, Collective Brutality, Flaying Tendrils, basically Infest, -2/-2 to all creatures, Ghost Quarter, and Fulminator Mage to hate out the Mutavaults. Knight of Souls Betrayal, because he's a hateful fella. Damnation. So, Snook has a lot of sideboard cards. Make his deck more consistent against creatures. Where Deven's deck does not get that much better. So if Adam could slam something here like a Knight of Souls Betrayal, which he doesn't have, but that would be pretty sweet. Thoughtseize is what he has. Ooh, putting his cards right in the glare. Aether Vial, land. Pretty sure Snook's going to take a different card here. Ah, we got a reader. Reading the Harbinger of the Tides. Kind of like a cool Gale Strike effect, returns a tap creature to the hand. But he discards Silvergill. Despite having a Maelstrom Pulse in hand, he decides that, well, still got to get rid of the card advantage. In for 3, Island Walking. Lord of Atlantis comes down, Aether Vial comes down. And again, what looks like a pretty unimpressive draw from the Merfolk deck. But he got it done last time. Now, you see a blue deck like Merfolk, you think of the Legacy, at least I think of the Legacy version. And I think Daze, I think Wasteland, I think Force of Will, Spell Pierce. I think all these instants that interact with the opponent, that counter the opponent's spells. Deven, though, does not have this. He has Spreading Seas as disruption. He has Phantasmal Image as maybe disruption. Curse Catcher, but no instants. He has no instants in his whole deck. Now, afterboard, he has Condemn. That's his instant. But no Spell Pierce, no Mana Leak, none of this junk. Now, if I were Snook, I'd think he has counter spells. I'd be really scared of that. Be like, oh my god, I wish I had mana to pay for Spell Pierce right now. But little does he know, he does not have to worry. So, Collective Brutality. Does a little draining. Kills the Lord of Atlantis. Still leaves Deven with a 2/1, but no Mutavault to back it up. No Mutavault here. No Lord to pump it up. No Master of the Pearl Trident. Only a 2/1, give Adam a lot of time. And again, Adam's thinking, man, I just wish I could pay for Spell Pierce. In fact, he collected Brutality last turn, making Deven reveal his hand. Nothing doing. Now, the reason Snook is not slamming Liliana here is because he knows that Deven has a flash creature. He has Harbinger of the Tides. And wow, Maelstrom Pulse the Aether Vial. Very interesting. Master of the Tides comes down. Or rather, Harbinger of the Tides. Increases, doubles Dean's Clock, in fact. And there it is. I do believe that's a Flaying Tendrils. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Curse Catcher will make them pay one more, but it doesn't matter. Also, by the way, exile them just in case. Oh, the perfect draws from Adam here. Liliana, +1. Or rather, -2. Sacrifice your lord. And now, Tasigur? No, Snook lays off the Tasigur. Liliana's +1 gets rid of lands. Fatal Push takes down the creature. Snook says go. He's happy to sit on his Lily. Now Snook would love to get all the cards out of Devin's hand before he slams Tasigur, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think at this point, if you're Snook, you just have to take the risk. Generic creature comes out for Deven. Doesn't matter what it is because... Oh, okay, it was a murder. It wasn't a task. It was a murderous cut. Still a Delve card. But this makes sense as to why... Yeah, this makes sense. Liliana clears the board, and we are at parity on lands and creatures, not at parity on planeswalkers. Pluses. Snook's just going to sit on Liliana. Now, Liliana's ultimate not game-breaking here, like it is sometimes. With 4 permanents, I mean, Deven can play just about anything he draws. Yep, Liliana pluses. In response, Harbinger of the Tide flashes. And Lord actually gives Snook a little bit of a sweat here. Now, any spell drawn is great, right? Any spell lets him interact with the board, kill a creature. But instead, Liliana just has to minus. Wow, Liliana down. Crazy little turn of events there. Snook had to be favored, you have to think. But okay, here we go. Here's a Tasigur. That is a good draw. This is the one Adam needed. At the worst, he's going to get back a Mishra's Bauble with the activated ability. At best, he's going to get back a removal spell or a Liliana. Or a Flaming Tendrils. Choosing what he delves. Always important. Figure out the correct delve. Delve is done. Adam will have to take 3 damage to get the second blue to activate Tasker's ability. think he'll do that. Ooh, another Lord. Good draw. Good draw by Deven. Now Flaying Tendrils doesn't do much. Only kills a Curse Catcher. Island Walk, pretty good. Does a lot of damage to Snook. He's at 2. Needs to find something pretty good. Wow, it's a land. Really unfortunate. Snook was so favored in this game. He had a Liliana and no hand versus an empty board and no hand. And found a way to lose the game. I'm not really sure how that happened. I mean, Flash Creature into Lord. Pretty good against Lily. Deven says taking position. Adam extends the hand. He knows he got unlucky, but pretty good sport. He's not going to complain to his opponent anyway. He will probably fill my ears with complaining later. But you know what? That's what friends are for. It always sucks when, you know, you're sitting there and your friend tells you a bad beat story and you just have to listen. You just have to sit there. You just have to commiserate. You don't really have a choice. Because that's what friends do. That's what Magic playing friends do, you know. We've all been there. We've all told the stories ourselves. It was Joseph Horton from last round telling me about how unlucky he got, like I didn't see it. Like I wasn't talking about it. And I expect the same Snook treatment. But either way, Deven moves on to 4-0 with his Merfolk deck. One more win should lock it up. By the way, there's Joe Horton in the background. Snook drops to 3-1. Still in contention. Pretty good stuff. Whoops. To those of you listening at home, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for coming to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter. Or just let this video autoplay into the next video, round 5. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, I'd love to hear them. Criticism, whatever. Tell me what I should be doing better, please. I want to hear. Let me know in the comments. I'll make sure to read them and respond. Thanks for listening, guys.